We'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's MVCC Game of the Week. It's the Columbus Wheelers versus the Moraine Minutemen. The Wheelers have the tip. My name's Aaron Vitor.
And I'm Larry Miller.
Tonight's game is presented by Miami Valley Adapted Sports. So we have our first bucket shot up by big old number 50, Goosh. Fires away and misses. Greg Johnson's bringing the ball up the court.
Passes Keith Cable.
There you go. Keith tosses it into Larry, which is kind of weird that you're calling the game as well as playing.
Yep.
Inside. Rebounded by the Wheelers. Bringing it up the court.
Larry Callahan. Pass to Terry Boyd.
Boyd throws it inside to Goosh. Goosh with the nice lay-in. Keith Cable's got the ball. Looks like the Minutemen are maybe trying to go a little up-tempo here. Stolen away by 40. Kicks it down the floor to number 12.
Breakaway layup for number 12, Joe Whitcamp.
Wheelers have got the lead. The Minutemen coming back strong. Keith Cable drives in and misses. Wheelers with the board again. They're headed back up the court. Larry Callahan finds Gooch, who shoots and misses. Again, this game tonight is brought to you by the Miami Valley Adapted Sports Academy. And that organization has other sports as well, other than just basketball. Is that right, Larry?
Yes, there's a number of different activities to do. They have sled hockey. We've played softball before. A few of us have played tennis. Personally, I've used to play all over the United States, playing the Wheelchair Billiards Association.
Ah, very nice. As we saw Callahan go in for another bucket. So if we're out there and we want to join or participate in some of these activities, who do we need to get a hold of?
I believe the person to get a hold of would be Joey Gershwinder with the MVAS, Miami Valley Adapted Sports Program.
And they're found online at MiamiValleyAdaptedSports.org. Callahan with the ball again. Seems like he's got the hot hand. Into Terry Boyd, who makes another basket.
And if you notice in the wheelchair sports, there's not so much. Some teams play man-to-man, but most usually when you get into the games, there'll be a zone, a loose zone. Most of the teams tend to play the zone defense to keep the other team out of the paint.
Wheelers working the ball around the outside. Looks like they're trying to get the ball inside. Boyd's fighting for position. You guys got him blocked out pretty well, though.
Yeah, we've got a screen right for Gooch. Larry likes this little right side bank shot.
But puts it up and misses. Rebound by Johnson. Passes the ball off. Bringing it up the court here. Ooh, nice pass. Tapped away by Callahan. Cable recovers the ball.
And if you notice the tip that they had there, in wheelchair basketball, the height of the player really is a large advantage. Which there are a diverse amount of injuries that are actually in the wheelchair ball. You got amputees, you've got spinal cord injuries, you have people that have bad knees.
And those are separated out by classes, right?
Yes, they run a 3-point classification system. You have a 1, which is like a high, mid, waist to lower rib injury level, and then a class 2 would be like from the waist down paralysis or disability, and then the class 3 would be someone who could walk or move all of their limbs and extremities.
Whipcamp scored 2 for the Wheelers. Cable's got the ball, tosses it to Miller, looking for the inside pass, gets it over to Johnson. They throw up a wild shot there, one-handed shot. Come on, Larry.
Yeah, I get a lot of grief for that shot, but every once in a while one of them goes in.
So explain to me some of the other rules here, particularly pertaining to the wheelchair basketball sport. Is there a stoppage of a clock? Is there fouls?
Well, basically everything runs off the NCAA rules. Everything's pretty much carries over the same in the game. The only difference is there's no double dribble. You can pick up your dribble and re-dribble at any point in time. You don't have to pass the ball. If you put your ball in your lap like I have there and push more than twice without dribbling again, that's considered a travel. But the chair is part of the body. Like if you're getting hit in the chair, like I just got fouled there and they forgot to call.
That's what always happens, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, the chair, if they hit you with the chair real hard, it's considered a chair foul. And a big strategy in the game is picking, just like it is in stand-up ball, but it's more so in wheelchair ball because your chair position is really large. And there you see the height of Terry just reaching over top of the shorter guy, grabbing that ball from him. That's where the height really is a large advantage.
Callahan with the ball, looking for the pick. Oh, rims out. Carpenter's bringing it up the court here. We'll see what happens. We got a whistle there.
Quick timeout. Got a new player in the game, 33, Shannon Morrissey.
All right, Miller with the ball at the top of the key. Throws it into Johnson, who's got the hot hand right now with the 4 points. Can't quite seem to get that one in, though.
He's a pretty good threat on that right side, though. He tends to go to the right side quite a bit. But he's got a real good shot there from the right side. Nice pass down low to Boyd. Missed.
I definitely see what you're saying about the height advantage there on that rebound.
Oh, it's discouraging. Sometimes you get good position on someone, and the ball's coming right to you, and they reach right over you because they're so long and take it right from you.
Callahan's got the ball inside. He's looking for an open person.
That's across the Gooch. Whitcamp.
Nice ball movement. Trying to set the pick down low.
And you see how Gooch has a real large size advantage over Keith. He can't even reach the ball up there.
Miller tosses it up. Can't seem to buy one today.
Had to have been a foul.
these games right here, these are played out at Wright State's Nutter Center. Is that correct?
These games here were played at this was the tournament that we had at Wright State University, yes.
And with some of these other games, you guys travel to different places around the state. Is that correct?
Yes, we travel all over the place. We've gone to Cleveland. We've gone. Our national tournament's been in Denver, Colorado. Last couple years, we've been to Louisville, Lexington. We've traveled all over the place playing basketball.
And does that also coincide with the typical basketball season, like in the wintertime as well?
Yeah, we go pretty much from early September all the way through mid-April. Between practices and our nationals this year will be in mid-April.
And again, if anyone out there is interested in playing, they need to contact Joe at MiamiValleyAdaptedSports.org.
Absolutely. And if you're 7 foot tall, that wouldn't hurt. We need 7-footers too.
I think they would have ever so slight height advantage on that.
Absolutely.
Wheelers score again.
We've got another new player in the game for the Moraine Minutemen, the number 43, Claude Owens, which is actually, he's a wounded warrior that was in the prior in the Air Force.
Wow. So you mentioned a little bit of background about Claude. What are some of the other backgrounds of some of the other players that are playing?
Some are birth defects. Shannon was born with her disability. The majority of us are, for the Wright State team, are auto accidents. So, I mean, it's a range of all different disabilities. Some are car accidents, some are diseases, some have had cancer and lost a limb, and so forth. It's not, everybody's in a wheelchair, and it's the same thing. We all have different ailments or injuries. Pick and roll there to Lindsay, down low. Miss.
Wow, looked way ahead there on that one. Knocked out of bounds. Wheeler's ball.
Get back. There he goes, the bank shot on the right. And a lot of the players from the team that we play with, like Greg, Rick and I have played together for over 12 years now, 12 to 13 years. Keith's been playing here in the Dayton area for over 20.
Wow.
Claude with a miss. Rebound to the tall guy.
Wheelers are really working the ball around.
Yeah, they can move the ball around very, very well.
Lindsay with the rebound there.
And she's a second-year player. She's really coming into her own this year. She's quite deadly from the outside.
And the rumor is that she's also being recruited. Is that correct?
She has quite a few women's teams that have seen her at recent tournaments and are quite impressed by her shot and the way she plays, and they're trying to get her to come play with their team.
Wow. You guys aren't going to let that happen, though, right?
But she's allowed to play with a men's and a women's team as well.
Oh, wow.
Same as juniors. Last year we had a young gentleman, Jake, that played with us last year, that he played with the juniors as well as us at the same time.
So what kind of age ranges are we talking about here?
Basically, the Division III that we're in, we are primarily anywhere from 18, which there are actually some people from a couple of gentlemen from Indiana that are in their 70s, in their early 70s, still playing.
Wow. But you know what they say, though, about Indiana and the basketball. Everybody loves it there, right?
Yep. I'm personally a Ohio State fan, so I have to root for the Buckeyes.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Gooch just slid out of bounds a little bit too close with the ball there.
As we pause here for a moment, again, we want to reiterate that if anyone's interested in playing, please contact the Miami Valley Adapted Sports Org. The person that they need to get a hold of there is Joe.
Nice dish down to Greg from Rick Carpenter.
And Greg Johnson with 10 points already.
And I was talking about the ages of the kids that play, of the people that play. It's not just the adults. The kids start out as quick as 6, 7 years old. They have 3 different juniors divisions that they play as well as the women and a college division.
So where does the funding come for players to participate in this league, and then overall, just how are the teams created and stuff like that?
Some of it's self-funded. We do get a lot of contributions from associations such as the Paralyzed Veterans of America. We get some help from the MVAS, and we also have CareSource has donated money to the association and to our team that help defray the cost of the traveling.
And so these games, do these games relate to a broader spectrum? Say, for example, we just had the Olympics. Do they anyway relate to those?
We in Division III, we actually play a few teams that have Cleveland has one person that's a Paralympian, and the majority of your Paralympians will be in your upper divisions, like your Division I, or play with the college teams. But there actually are a couple Paralympians that we do play against in the games. Gray's hot from the outside.
All right, we got Wolf with the ball, passing over to Callahan, working it inside to Boyd.
And as you can see, the way we crowd the paint and try to keep them out, you get the rebound. It's a distinct advantage to keep them out as best you can.
Cable's got the ball, passing it to the hot hand.
Pick and roll to Greg Johnson.
Nice play.
We call him Biggin is his nickname.
Is that right?
Years ago, we had 2 Gregs on the team, and we had one he was a real little guy. So we had a little guy and a big guy. So we just started calling him Biggin, and it just sort of stuck. We traveled a lot of different tournaments and stuff, and it's funny because he gets hot and hits a few shots, and other people from other teams that we've played all over the United States start yelling Biggin. It gets kind of funny.
Nice. And is he appreciative of that nickname? Is that one of those that are okay nicknames, or does he not particularly care for that?
Oh, he lives with it. He does just fine. When he first got it, his mother didn't care for it too well, but she learned to deal with it.
And a foul right there. So you mentioned the NCAA rules are the rules that you follow by. What about some of the officials? Do they have any certain qualifications that they need to have in order to officiate one of these games?
I believe they have a class or some training that they go through for a certification to be able to do wheelchair ball. The rules are a little bit different, and the big difference is learning the difference between stand-up and wheelchair is considering the wheelchair as part of the body as far as foul, as far as chair positioning. Backing in, that's when you back up on defense and you back into them is considered a foul. And it's a lot more for them to watch. I mean, it's like stand-up ball. It's not as easy to see somebody kick, but if somebody's going up for a shot and you hit them in the arm or something, well, you smack them with a chair, so they have to watch a lot more range of the action.
Here he had to adjust his shot there. Nails it. Cable's trying to get the inside position there.
Todd down low. Oh, just missed it. And it's funny if you watch the game here and see everybody pushing. It's like NASCAR and everything else. It doesn't really look that fast. You get in the chair and you go up and down the court, and it feels like you're going 1,000 miles an hour.
No, I'm sure that it's quite the workout.
Yes, it's very, very taxing.
So is this the most physically demanding of the Paralympic sports that the Miami Valley Adapted Sports Organization offers?
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, there are a lot of different ones that are taxing. Our player, Lindsay, you'll see her number 23. She actually does road racing, too. She travels to a lot of marathons.
Wow.
And does a lot of road racing. And the sled hockey I haven't personally done, but they tell me it's quite hard on your arms and shoulders.
Sure, you mentioned billiards, though. So.
Yeah, that's the least.
I mean,
that's the least physically demanding.
I just thought I'd toss that out there. Yeah,
that's the least physically demanding, but it's fun. It's a real good group of guys.
Ball bounces around, and now it's the Wheelers' ball again.
A lot of people usually ask if there's been an adaptation to the court, and some of the juniors, they use a shorter rim, but we use standard NCAA sized court to play on. There's no modifications to the court. The 3-point line's the same.
Sure.
The rim's the same.
Nice pass inside, but they can't get it down. So these chairs, are these your typical chairs, or are these special? You see some of them have the bars on the back.
Yeah, they're pretty much sports specific. That they're basketball chairs. If you notice on the front of them, they've got the wing that goes across the front that keeps you from getting hung up on another player's chair. And then you see in the rear, like on Cable's 10's chair there, they'll either have 1 or 2 anti-tip bars. That keeps you from tipping over backwards. And when you have those wheels on the back, that allows you to scoot the axle forward that your rear wheels are on, which allows you to turn a lot quicker. That really helps you speed up in the game. And as well as you'll see the rear wheels have what they call camber. That's where your wheels are leaned out on an angle. Assists a lot in your turning as well. Which when they started wheelchair basketball, they started playing in 75-pound hospital chairs that were just like the ones you see at the hospital. So it's the difference between driving a Yugo and jumping in a Lamborghini. The chairs nowadays are really, really nice equipment.
Got some fancy ball skills there.
There's Gooch with his monster arms. I think he has like a 7.5-foot wingspan. You're going up against him, and he blocks the sun out with his arms.
Wow. Looks like he got fouled there, so he'll be shooting too.
You'll notice he's a single amputee, but he also has another disability that he's lost vision in one eye, so he's partially blind as well. But he's a very, very good player. He's been playing for many, many years.
And this is both.
Rebound Cable, pass to Greg. And you'll see all the other players coming in, milling in from around the stands. There's a team from Kentucky. There's a team from Fort Wayne.
And that's our halftime break. As it stands right now, the Wheelers are at 24 and the Minutemen 16. Again, today's game is brought to you by the Miami Valley Adapted Sports Group as well as Miami Valley Communications Council. Well, what'd you think of the first half?
Well, it wasn't too bad. It's only an 8-point game. Minutemen got out to a really, really slow start, but started making a few baskets and playing some decent defense, keeping everybody out. So it's not a too bad looking game right now.
I think you're going to have to feed the biggin for the second half here.
Yep, when he gets hot, he's hard to turn down.
Seems like the points on the Wheelers are a little bit more spread out.
Then again, that helps with the height. You get the big guy in the paint to make the shot. It's a lot easier to spread it around.
Well, we start off the second half with 2 misses. Let's see if the Minutemen can capitalize. Callahan's got the ball, is taking it back down the court.
See Boyd picking out, keeping the person out. You see Gooch working low, trying to get that low post.
Callahan cross-court pass to Boyd. Rims out. Carpenter's got it at the top of the key. Looking down low.
Columbus is starting to extend their defense a little bit, trying to work the Minutemen out. Trying to make it tough to make their inside shots. And when you first start out trying to play wheelchair basketball, it's a little tough. And someone that is an able body that wants to get an idea of how rough it is, just get a folding chair and sit down and try to shoot from it and move it around. And it's quite a difference. You really have to use all your arms. You can't use your hips and your legs to help you in your momentum shot. It's all in your arms.
Wow. So they don't have like a arm wrestling contest after this, do they?
Well, I'm sure there's been a few arm wrestling contests back at the hotel in between games.
I mean, constantly working your arms out.
Yep.
Bust out the guns.
It's funny you mentioned that. Number 12, Joe Whitcamp, he's actually on the he's a former Marine that goes and plays in the Veterans games and everything, and he's going to the Olympics the Paralympics this next year for powerlifting.
Wow.
Yeah, his hobbies have been weightlifting for quite a few years. He's a strong little guy. Which Joe of old would never have missed that shot. He's with his powerlifting, his training, he's really messed his shot up. That he was quite a shooter.
So he's just too strong now, is what you're saying.
Yeah. When you're lifting weights and tearing your arms down, it really affects your shot. Still a 6-point game.
Don't see many fast breaks in this game today. Is that typical of a?
It depends on the team you're playing. Usually they'll have one or two small, short guys that are really, really, really quick. And if they have their height, they'll get the rebound and they'll just throw it out and they'll just run out underneath it, and there'll be a lot of breakaways. This game hasn't turned out to be that way, but you'll get a few games here and there that they actually will show up, and that'll happen.
No razzle-dazzle behind the back passes.
Yeah, I'm having a small
like
conversation with the referee about how good of a job he's doing today.
Oh, is that right?
I'm sure that's what it is.
Do they allow technicals in this league?
Oh, yes. They have technicals. They have intentional fouls. showing a little bit of pressure there.
Just a few more stops, and the Minutemen are back in this. Got to make their baskets, so nice inside play.
Oh, foul on the arm. They missed. Got him that time. Yes, basket good by Greg Johnson. Foul on 15, Larry Callahan. Oh, they didn't count the basket. Little chair bump.
Trying to set up a play here, Larry.
Yep,
oh, stolen away. Callahan's got it on the break. Oh. What was that comment, Larry?
Told him about how wonderful the weather was outside, I do believe.
Okay.
No, I think I was explaining to him in a very nice manner about how I was in front of him, and he turned and drilled me in the side of my chair, but they called me for the foul.
Does this also work in the sense of 5 fouls and you're out?
Yes. Yeah, the pros get 6, college only get 5. And you won't see it here in this game, but Lindsay's quite a little foul machine. She usually has 3 in the first half almost every game. No.
So the Wheelers are out of Columbus. I'm sure that's where their home base is, or their home court is. And you guys are out of?
Our home gym is Marines Splash Center. They give us gym space that we play there, and we also get some assistance from Miami Valley Hospital. We practice in their gyms on Tuesday night. And then also occasionally we get some gym time for a tournament or so forth from Wright State University. I actually used to play on the NCAA wheelchair division team for Wright State back in 92, 93.
Wow.
Keith Cable, number 10, also played on that team as well as Joey Gershwinder. So there are quite a few of us. And that's how I really got into the sport and into wheelchair sports. And I had a car accident in 1989 and was introduced into the sports through the college. I started going to school, and a gentleman saw me on campus and said, hey, we play softball. Why don't you come out and check it out?
Tipped away, but Keith catches it out of bounds.
Yep,
What's he doing?
Can't touch that ball when it's going out. But no, they introduced me to the started a wheelchair softball, and then they told me they had a wheelchair basketball team. Got introduced to it and kind of got the bug, and played many different sports. Played basketball, softball. We've played tennis. They have swimming events. There's really an abundance of activities for someone in a chair, and it really helped me being around a group of other people that were in chairs. It helps you to see what they're doing, and they help you out, with your disability, coping with it, friends, buddies, someone else that's in the same type situation in which you are.
And again, they can contact the Miami Valley Adapted Sports.org, which is a Paralympic sports club. They can get involved. The guy to contact there is Joe.
One other thing we do through the year, multiple schools have gotten a hold of us. We've done a fundraiser in Southern Ohio for a young lady that needed a wheelchair-assisted van. So we went down and we had a game against Kentucky this last month where we played against them for a fundraiser.
Now, when you say Kentucky, is that a...
Hill on Wheels is their wheelchair basketball team.
So it's another group like you guys. Gotcha.
Yes.
I thought you might have been referring to like the Kentucky Wildcats.
We have done basketball exhibitions before. We played Cedarville College men's and women's team, and we've also a few years ago went down and played at UD Arena and played the men's team. We put them in wheelchairs and let them try to move around. It was quite a fun time.
And I'm sure you spot the other team points at that.
Yeah, all except for the men's team, because they were all like 8 foot tall, and it was hard to. It's kind of hard to outrun that reach. We actually won, but it was tough. I mean, even they shoot for a living, even though and they sit down.
Sure,
they still have quite a good shot. It's a nice basket by Claude Owens there.
Still can't close that 6-point gap. A couple of defensive stops here, and you guys are back in. Missed shot by Woodcamp.
Showing some pressure, trying to stop the ball.
Toss inside to
that
Lindsay.
Shot to go in today. Oh.
Yeah.
Little quick stop there.
Carpenter's got it, looking to advance the ball. Got another whistle here.
Yep, quick timeout by the Minutemen.
All right, so we're going to set the play up here. Boyd's trying to do everything he can to block it out.
4-point game.
Somehow are able to sneak one in.
But we've also gone into a lot of grade schools and stuff and had exhibitions, played against the staff, put them in wheelchairs. And it's more of a disability awareness to let them know what it's like to sit in a chair. And some of the things that we have to deal with, having to use a wheelchair every day, as far as how it is to use the chair and move around and try to do certain activities in chairs. The kids really get a large kick out of it, especially when we beat on the teachers a little bit. There's another shot by McGlitch, makes it a 2-point game.
We got a sub here. Is that an injury?
Riegelsberger coming in there for Rick Carpenter. Good ball movement. Oh, the Gooch in the middle. He's been doing that middle move for 20 years. You can see Claude wearing gloves. He's got a hard time with his hands. He gets blisters really, really, really bad. He's an amputee, so he doesn't have to use his chair every day, so his hands haven't calloused up well. So he's got problems with blisters.
I thought he was just wearing them for a fashion statement.
Could be.
They are blue and white.
They are.
Oh, nice save. But tosses it back out the other side of the court.
4-point game.
Cam's got the ball, moving it up.
They've got another 3-on-2 break. Oh, there's a little chair foul. Which you can see, Larry, he can stand up and get in his chair. Some of us that are paralyzed have a real hard time getting ourselves up because we can't move our legs or hips. Shot and a miss.
Johnson's got ball. He's trapped. Callahan with the foul. All right, back out on the court. We got Cable, Johnson, Rigglesberger, and McLinch. Where's your fifth player here?
Taking the ball out of bounds. Showing a little bit of ball pressure up there.
Trying to work it inside. Johnson's kind of gone cold second half here.
Up, ball off the side of the chair. Costly turnover, down by 4. Could have made it close. Joe just can't get that shot to go in today.
Minutemen look to push the ball up the court quick. Rigglesberger can't finish.
Steal by
Stolen
Greg Johnson.
back. Yeah.
Oh, we've got a game.
Johnson's heating back up.
Good steal and put back. 2-point game, showing a little bit of pressure. There's a foul on Lindsay.
Oh, you look like you were straight up there.
Yeah, he got a little touch foul on the arm there. Some games they call those. Some games they'll go and you get beat up pretty bad and they won't call anything. Oh, nice turnover there. Oh, bad pass, long arms.
Still down by 2. Anybody's game right here. Inside to Johnson, back to Cable. Up and in.
Tie game.
Foul away from the ball. Wow. They actually called one.
Mm-hmm. Just like in stand-up ball, turnovers can be really, really, really costly, especially in a real close game like this. Oh, they got numbers. Nice pass down low. Look at that ball movement. That's where that height really comes in. You just get that ball and nobody can touch it.
Another 2 points.
Got some full court pressure going on. Risky pass. Timeout, Minutemen.
Looks like you got a couple subs. Looks like Owens came on. Trying to add a little height down in the inside there.
Little height never hurt anybody. Oh, bad. Just missed a pass to Johnson. Uh-oh. So I think Columbus is really doing well this game. They've got really, really good ball movement.
They go back up by 4.
Another turnover.
See what you mean. They can definitely take a small little turnover and increase points quite quickly.
Well, you're possibly losing a 4-point swing there. The 2 points you could have got and the 2 points that you give up when they go down and score. Back to a 6-point game.
Johnson with the tough handle there.
Johnson down low. Oh, Claude just missed it. Oh. Back up to an 8-point swing. But you see, that's what can happen if they put a press on that really changes the look of the game. Bad pass by Claude.
Callahan brings it up the court.
Chair foul by Claude, 43.
Whitcamp with the ball, trying to
use a little time off the clock now that they've got the lead.
Still can't get one down.
Having an off day, that's odd for him. Those bad surprise pass there.
Nice pass. Nice move.
Gooch with the roundy round. He moves very, very well with the ball. And that's what the big difference. Your class threes, which Gooch is, he can move his whole body. So he can put the ball up in the air and twist his chair with his hips. It really gives you an advantage to get that chair turned around a lot easier. There's Gooch in the bottom again.
Going back to the line. Second shot. We'll assume he missed both of those.
Yeah, he missed the rim there, so dead ball out of bounds.
Knocked away.
Little give and go.
Carpenter's bringing it up. Going straight for the basket. Wheeler's ball, bringing it back up the court.
A little underhand layup.
Thought he was going to dunk that one.
You don't see many of those in wheelchair basketball.
You guys continue to pick the pace up here. Trying to get some points on the board before this game gets really out of hand.
There's that height, a good block of the pass.
Drains the first. And the second. Carpenter's got the ball, bringing it back up the court.
Yeah, Minutemen are having a little problem with the press. Go to the basket, Ricky. Oh, just missed it.
Wheeler's pushing the ball up the court.
Good pick by Gooch. Layup by
Wide
Joe
open.
Woodcamp. That's where the pick really comes in handy. Block your guy out and go right to the basket.
Definitely got a nice press going here. Inbound to Johnson. Johnson working inside. Misses.
That's when it gets a little, really, really tough in the late parts of the game, especially when you're getting pressed. Your arms get real good and tired, and it's really hard to get that ball up in the basket. You see a lot of people that are real, real good shots miss a lot, especially in the last 5-10 minutes of the game.
So this is just like real basketball. At the end, everybody starts fouling, right?
Yep. When you get tired, especially when you got a bunch of old guys on the team or someone that's not quite in peak shape, it's a little tough on the body.
Boyd with another basket. So how often are these games played? I know this is a tournament, but
Typically, we have between 1 to 3 tournaments a month. We'll be on the road, usually 2 to 3 weekends out of the month. Most tournaments, we travel and play double headers with certain teams like Indiana, Kentucky, Cleveland Cavaliers, the wheelchair, a little over and back there, can't touch that ball. But the Cleveland Cavs also sponsor a wheelchair team. They have a Division III wheelchair Cavaliers team that we play doubleheaders with them as well. We've played a couple invitational tournaments up their place.
Gooch with the easy 2 right there.
Yeah, it seems like we were just tied at 26, and Columbus has really poured it on. They're up by 20 now. Finally got a basket there.
I think at this point, Gooch is starting to take over the game.
And he does. I mean, he's got the height and really knows what to do with his chair. He gets in a good spot, and he's hard to keep out. Over the years we've played him, he's usually good for at least 20, 25 a game. Trying to pass over the height there and got the hands up and tipped the pass out. Shot underneath to Rick Carpenter. Nice pass from Keith Caber.
Tipped away. Tipped away again.
Little mystery action here. You're here at home. Guess A or B. Either they scored or they missed. Yep, ball out of bounds. They definitely
points
scored.
Right there on that one. Getting ready to wrap up today's game. We just wanted to once again make mention that today's game was brought to you by the Miami Valley Adapted Sports.org and Miami Valley Communications Council. Looks like this one's going to go final. 56-32 to the Wheelers. Thanks again. I'm Aaron Vitor.
I'm
Larry Miller.